When you put yourself in uncomfortable moments, you find out a lot about yourself. And usually you find out that you're capable of rising to that bar that's set by that uncomfortable situation.
I'll tell you what, the ability to be able to move in silence is incredible. It's a whole different superpower if you can learn how to master it. As us human beings, we love to tell people exciting news. Well, unfortunately, not everybody wants to see you win. Not everybody deserves to be in your corner. Not everybody deserves to have access to what you're doing or where you're trying to get to. And in reality, nobody really gives a fuck, unfortunately. And that's what I had to learn, because anytime I had exciting news, I would run and tell people. But what I was doing was I was allowing that energy to escape from me, and they would either voice their own opinion about it, or they wouldn't really be too happy, and then it would make me feel like, shit, should I really be happy about this? So when you can learn to keep that excitement inside, you can remain in this abundant state, and you start attracting shit that is like, whoa, I wasn't even trying to get this, but here it is. It's amazing when you can really learn to master keeping your excitement inside.
Whenever life presents you with a choice that you have to make that actually scares you, my advice would be to go make that choice. Whether that's moving away from family, making a business choice, making a life choice, making a career choice, making any type of choice, go ahead and make it. Because the choices that scare us actually help us grow the most. When you look back on your life, you want to say that I chose this life. I didn't settle for nothing and made every decision that I wanted to.
Just come home.
Fellas, let me talk to you. And this goes for the women as well. You can never satisfy your sexual urges. Let me say that again. You cannot satisfy your sexual urges. It always feels like you need more. No matter how much you go at it, no matter how many girls you get, no matter how many baddies you come by, if she got a big butt, if she got the right sex, she curvy, it never satisfies. You always think, if I have this many times, I'll be satisfied. And it doesn't work. Lust is unmeasurable. It continues and it grows and it grows. You always desiring the next best thing. That's why I say, guys, control your seed. Control your hormones. Don't let it control you.
One of the most toxic traits a person can have is expecting you to be okay with something that they would not be okay with if the roles were reversed. So if this is something that you are in, get the fuck out.
You going brazen. My observation has been that if there's a tight relationship and if one party is betrayed by the other, that it's almost always irreconcilable. It breaks it. There are things in a marriage that you can't have unless you're all in. And I believe that. I believe that. And so if there's a back door open, or like to begin with, or a back door opens, then I think that there's something about the relationship that is lacking at least. And I think you pay a big price for that. So, I mean, it depends on whether you regard a marriage as a practical arrangement or a spiritual arrangement. But if it's a spiritual arrangement or a psychological arrangement above all, then I do think that you don't get the transformation without being all in. And if you violate it, then even if you can work it out with your partner, there's something that you will never get as a consequence.
Okay. Hey, bro, have you seen my... Oh.
It's not what it looks
How
like.
do I catch you lacking is bad.
Bro.
You're gay. You're homosexual.
Yeah, yeah, whoa, yeah, 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 whoa. My neck is filled with the water.
Rather than applying too much pressure, it's like how you position yourself, bro. You apply too much pressure, you put her in a position to like step back, like, oh, like you coming on me too strong. But when you explaining something, you elaborating on it and finessing that way, you leave her sitting there like, all right, come on. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like how you position yourself, bro.
A woman is going to constantly try to pull you from your purpose. If you do that and she sees that you start pushing your purpose more to the side and start giving her more of the time, her pussy's going to get dry in the motherfucker. A woman do not want a guy a woman's going to ask for it, but they're fucking backwards as hell. As soon as you give it to them, they start losing interest. You pushing your purpose to the background and start spending more time with her, that's a validation. Any validation you do, it's gonna dry her pussy up. That's saying, I'm starting to fall for you. I wanna spend more and more time with you. That's emotional weakness. You're getting pussy whooped. She's pussy whipping you so hard that you're starting to push your grind to the back burner and starting to want to spend more time with her. You're starting to not see your friends and you want to spend all your free time with her. You spend all your weekends with her. That's gonna turn her off. That is a deep validation.
If I act like I don't need you, chances are I don't. See, because I got myself out of the darkest times of my life. I wiped my own tears. All those sleepless nights and times while I was wondering if it would all work out, I did that. This is not for me to brag or boast, rather for me to encourage and motivate you that you could do it too. When you're going through it, only you can get yourself out. You have to believe it before others can. I know you can do it, but you have to believe you can do it. I'm not gonna take it. I'm not gonna take it. I'm not gonna fucking take it.
It doesn't take much to change your perspective on life. All you need is a 10-pound bag of ice, a 5-gallon bucket, a garden hose, a 2-minute timer, a willingness to face some discomfort, and a whole lot of breathing. There's a quote from the famous science fiction novel Dune.
What's in the box?
Pain. Where the lead character is required to undergo a trial to see what he's made of. There are rituals in Africa where someone undergoes wearing a glove where the most painful ants in the world are sewn into the material and made to bite and sting the person wearing the glove. These experiences aren't relics of the past. The human animal hasn't changed, and there's a reason they're done. Embracing discomfort in a safe and voluntary manner is one of the most dependable ways to become a stronger person. To reduce anxiety, depression, and physical pain, to gain perspective on the world, understand you can handle the difficulties that life brings you, and to become a person who believes they can do the thing. You don't know what type of person you really are until you stop running from the way the world really is.
She lie to your face, I really don't get it. She say what you want her to say. At the end of the day, I'm still getting money regardless.
And everybody's talking about how they're gonna crush it and what they're gonna do and who they're gonna be. And then you look at their content and every Friday night, they're at a fucking concert. And every Sunday morning, they're this. And every Tuesday afternoon, they're that. And they watch a shitload of fucking Netflix and they're incredible at fucking Candy Crush and fucking. And so, I go on this rant, not to do anything or to razz or to fucking call anybody out. I'm just asking a very simple question. I promise you, if you wanna be pumped professionally and personally, there's one thing that will drive you to the biggest success. It's called self-awareness.
Pull that shit up, Jamie.
8 things you should know while improving yourself. You need to hear this. If you want to change your lifestyle, the people closest to you show the least support. You will be your biggest hater and biggest fan at the same time. No one can help you stay consistent or disciplined, only you do that. Instant gratification is not worth long-term satisfaction. Everyone struggles. Those who push through adversity are separated from the average. You have to sacrifice for what you want, or what you want will be sacrificed. You need to get what you tolerate and set the standard. Be the wolf among sheep. Focus on being better than you were yesterday, not on why you can't be the person you want to be tomorrow.
Out of pocket for that shit. Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that?
I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this one, but I could care less. In this single life of dating, there's no morality, there's no respect. You can be the guy that deletes all his dating apps when he met one chick, while she is still getting flown out by athletes and rappers. That's why I always tell guys, keep your options open until you guys have the talk. Listen, if you're one of those guys that come on here and go, oh, you should talk to one girl at a time. Insecure men, talk to, I don't give a what? I'm only dropping hoes if you're dropping hoes. I think this advice hurts men the most because men are the ones in sexual scarcity. So when men drop their options, they start acting extremely needy. Neediness usually turns a lot of women off. It comes off as desperate. So fellas, play the field player until she has the talk. Let's go, Kings.
No, you're supposed to be an adult.
Okay.
Bro, hang up on that nigga, man. He trash.
I'm listening. I just want to.
Who is this? Is that Big Shirley?
He said, "Is that Big Shirley?" You know he talks shit. That's him.
I mean, I'm trash. See, that's what I'm saying. This woman, this so-called woman, supposed woman, can say I'm trash. What if I said this wrong, Big Shirley? Bring the facts, the data, the statistics. Don't bring your trash ass attitude and take your bonnet off if you're gonna get on here.
Bitch, I don't worry about a hang up on that fucking ass.
Yeah, that's what, and see, and that's what I mean. That's all you gotta do. That comes out to bitches and everything else. That's why your fat ass gonna die by yourself.
Hang by myself.
Kick rocks. You can't make this shit up. Inevitably triggered by understanding. I gotta settle. I gotta do this. Run. Gentlemen, run from these women. There is no negotiating with them. Leave. Nothing you do is going to be right. Always the worst case scenario. Why? Because single women keep women single. You could hear the cholesterol in her voice. Hang up on that nigga trash.
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, chicken, turkey, rat, you name it.
Hang up on that nigga, he trash. Why did she try to do it? She couldn't even walk across to turn it off herself. Her gout probably flaring up. Single women keep women single. All you heard was negative. I'm a victim. I'm a victim. Men do this. Men do that. My mama, my dad, my daddy, my granddaddy, my this, my... Did he keep a roof over your head? Did he keep food in your stomach? You look healthier than a mother sucker. So men are supposed to be perfect, but then they got to deal with that. No, thank you. Women like that are mad that men are finally starting to say no more. 5'4", 200 pounds and a bunch of attitude. No, thank you. You always want to blame the problem on somebody else. No.
That money go where I go. Smoking on gelato. Foreign car swerving pothole. Bad bitch, she from Chicago. She freaky, she gon' bust it. She think it fuck on lust. I got got it from my cousin.
When you're starting something new, you're gonna go through a period where you're like, can I do it?
The answer is yes, you can do it. And the only thing you need to remind yourself as you're working through the process is keep going.
And I get you comfortable.